Hey guys, Cass here. I wanted to do a review video for you guys today, and it's actually a review of multiple products, but I've not done a review video in quite a while. I think I only have one official review video up, and if I remember correctly, it's for an eyeliner that I got from Hot Topic a few years ago. I wanted to do this kind of multiple review video. This is all from the same brand. These are all e.l.f. Cosmetics, Eyes Lips Face. I am a big fan of this brand, and I just kind of wanted to show you guys some of the stuff that I find I really like, and some of the stuff I'm not so sure I'm super big on, but I'm going to continue using and seeing if I can find a use for it. Starting off with face products. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about is this e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. You can get this from Target. I'm pretty sure everything I have on this table here I got from Target because I've not ordered from e.l.f. in a long time, just because I've never really had money around the times where they have their big sales, and that's when I like ordering. So anyways, this is the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. This is $6, and it's basically just like a little clear gel that you kind of spread over your face. It looks like that. And you just kind of, blend it out, and it's just this really clear, kind of almost feels oily to me, and I'm not quite sure I care for it too much, although I do notice it does kind of help my makeup go on a bit smoother because it does fill in any lines that I have. However, I don't care for the smell. To me it smells, I don't know, it almost smells like gasoline. I don't know if it's just the one I have, but I'm not super big a fan of it, and it does make my skin feel slightly greasy, which is kind of annoying because I do have kind of oily-ish skin, especially around my T-zone. So, still working with this. I have a mixed opinion on it. I did use it today, and I do feel like it helped my foundation stay a little bit longer, but yeah. Another face product, most of this is actually face products, is the e.l.f. Tinted Moisturizer SPF 20 with aloe, cucumber, and vitamins A, C, and E. I'm trying to think if I still have I do still have the little packaging for it. This is the packaging. It comes in a little box, which I don't... Ta-da! Comes in a little box, looks like this. But this is just kind of your standard tinted moisturizer. Not super big coverage, but I do find it's a little bit too dark for my skin tone. However, once it's sheared out, it's not too much. And I just tend to use this when I'm going out and I don't feel like putting a lot of makeup on. It looks like this. It's just got a little squeeze pump, and you squeeze it out, and then it looks like that. And you blend it out, and it actually works okay. I do feel like it's worth it because it gives a little bit of coverage, and it kind of keeps me from looking too shiny, especially if I add a powder on top of it. But I bought this for my trip, and yeah, it blends out really easily. And it looks really liquidy, but it actually sets fairly quickly. And then I put a powder on top of it, and voila. But yeah, I think this was $3. Let's see. I'm going to do kind of like a bottom line. I currently do not recommend buying this. I do think I recommend buying this just because this is a simple, throw on and go product. You don't need a brush. I typically use my fingers. I find it blends really well if I use my fingers. I can keep this in my bag for touch-ups. I think this is great if you're going to an amusement park or something and you don't want a full coverage face. This works really well, and it's super inexpensive, so that's always nice. I'm not quite sure about this. This might be from their mineral line. I think it's from their studio line. This is indeed from their studio line. All the black packaging stuff is from their studio line, their higher end kind of line, so... Moving on to yet another face product from their studio line. A lot of the stuff here is from their studio line. And that is the High Definition Powder. Bottom line, not so sure I care, or basically, I'm not so sure I care for this just because it's so messy. And it comes with a little puff and a little sifter kind of thing. And I typically tend to go like that and get a little bit of powder on the puff. And I'll press it in, or I'll press it like right underneath my eyes to set my foundation. And it works okay, but it's not something, you know, I'm running to. I don't know if I've just not found the right use for it yet. I mean, it's an okay product, but I'd much rather use my New York, or my NYC pressed face powder. This is $6, also at Target. And another thing I really don't like about their studio packaging is it gets so dirty. I mean, it's like, it just gets so dirty so easily, especially this one. Bottom line, I do not recommend purchasing this. This was $6. There are better powders out there. I actually, altogether, I found I'm not that big of a fan of loose powders, so this one was just kind of like, I've seen better. Moving on, another face product. Actually, it's a cheek product. Still part of your face, though. This is the e.l.f. Contouring Blush and Bronzer, and I think this is in St. Lucia. And this is, I believe, their original one. And it's got kind of this corally, peachy, shimmery blush right here. And then a kind of light shimmery bronzer here. And they look like that. It's not showing up very well in the light. I am kind of in love with this blush. I've not used the bronzer as much. As you may be able to tell, there's definitely a slight dent in this blush. Not so much the bronzer because I've not found the perfect use for that. It's a bit too dark for my skin tone to just lighten up, but it's too shimmery for me to want to contour. I apologize if you guys heard that, but I am a big fan of e.l.f.'s blushes. I have, I think, 4 of them now. I have it in Mellow Mauve, Fuchsia Fusion, and Candid Coral. I'm actually wearing, I do believe I'm wearing Mellow Mauve right now. And I really do love these blushes. And there's no exception with the double compact, the contouring blush and bronzer. I really do love this. I think this was $3? This was either $3 or $6. I'd have to look it up. But this, I think, was a good purchase. I really love the blush in this one. It's a very simple kind of like, oh, I'm on the go, I want something pretty kind of blush. This just kind of sweep on and go. It's that perfect for my skin tone color, but I think it'd look pretty on most skin types. Or most skin colors. Especially, or not most, but definitely if you're on the fairer side and you like the corally colors, this is a good blush for that. Moving on, I have a couple of eye products, and I don't know if I said that, but bottom line, I would purchase that, or repurchase that. Eyes. I have quite a few things, not quite a few, but I have a few things from the e.l.f. eye collections, and most of them I think are from the Essentials line. I have one big palette from the Studio line, which I won't be talking about in this video. But one of the things I will be talking about is this e.l.f. eyelid primer. This is only $1. You can get this at Target. You can order it online. It's just got the doe foot applicator. This one's almost dried out though, so I don't really have much to show you on this one. This one's, I think I grabbed the older one. But it just kind of comes off like that. You shear it out. And I feel like it helps my eyeshadows last quite a bit longer, so I'll shear it out, and you can kind of tell where my foundation is up here. But yeah, this stuff, it helps my eyeshadow last. I don't notice any creasing with it. I feel like it makes my shadows more vibrant when I'm using like a brighter shadow, like this kind of color, which you guys can't see it very well because it's faded a bit. But I really like this. Bottom line, definitely would repurchase. Have repurchased it multiple times. This is pretty much the only eyelid primer I use. Next, and final eye product. I have one more product after this, but my last eye product are the e.l.f. eyelid quads, and these are from the Essential line. These are $1 each. Some of them can be found at Target. I grabbed all of mine at Target a while back. And I don't know if e.l.f.'s quality has gone down, but it feels like they're not as good as they used to be. Some of them are nice. This is the quad in Silver Lining, and it's just got some pretty it's got a pretty pinky purple up here, and it's got a white up in this corner, and then a purple and a kind of charcoal color, and they're not bad, but they're not, I don't know, for some reason I remember them being a lot better, especially this quad. This quad, it just really disappointed me. The colors were super non-pigmented and not really, I don't know, like, that's kind of sad. I know they're only $1, but still, that's kind of sad. This is in Punk Funk. Didn't care for this one especially. And then the last one I actually have 2 of these because I grabbed them by accident. And, let's see. This is in Teal Dream. And, I mean, it's okay, but it's nothing I'm going to write home about. I think the nicest one I have, I mean, look at how light the colors are. I'm not a big fan. I think the best one out of all of these is this one, which, like I said, is Silver Lining. I mean, that's definitely usable, whereas this, there's, like, nothing there. And I remember it being a lot better when I was younger. Maybe, I don't know if the formula's changed, but I got some very vibrant looks, especially out of this quad here. I used to have this exact quad, and I got such amazing, vibrant looks out of it, and I can't get those looks anymore. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, or if they've changed their formula, but it's just not doing it anymore. So bottom line, with the exception of maybe Silver Lining, I would not go around repurchasing these. And the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is actually I have 2 things. They're brushes. I love the e.l.f. brushes. These are both from I do believe they're both from the Studio line. And they are face brushes. The first one I want to talk to you guys about is their e.l.f. powder brush. This is a really dense brush. I love it. It doesn't bend too much, but I don't actually use this for powder most of the time. This is my foundation brush. You may be able to tell it's kind of gross looking. But I find this brush is really good for buffering foundation into my skin. So this is what I use for my foundation. $3. Would recommend. Go out and grab it. It's a really good foundation brush. And the other thing, this is probably one of the most raved things I think I've seen in the e.l.f. line that came out within the last couple of years. And that is the small stipple brush, or the stippling brushes in general. I've not been able to get my hands on the bigger one, but this is the small one. They sell it at Target. They don't sell the big one at any Target I've ever been to, but I use this for cream blush. I'll dot my hand into the blush and just kind of stipple it about my cheek, and it makes my blush look really flawless and kind of like put together, and I really love this brush. This was only, I believe, $3 at Target. Would definitely buy again. So I hope you guys like this video. I know, kind of long, but I did want to go through some of my kind of favorite and non-favorite e.l.f. products. I hope you guys liked it, and I will talk to you all later. Bye, guys!